Welcome back. Teen pop star Justin Bieber was arrested in Florida yesterday on a drunk driving charge after he was caught drag racing in a Lamborghini. The 19-year-old Canadian singer was also charged with resisting arrest in what could result in a 6-month jail term. Sonia Otero reports.
His situation is not pretty, but Justin Bieber still smiled for his official police mugshot, clad in a gel orange jumpsuit after being arrested. It was just past 4 a.m. when police nabbed Bieber and R&B singer Khalil Amir Sharif drag racing. Bieber was in a yellow Lamborghini and Sharif a red Ferrari.
Oh, Amanda, what are you doing? Justin's gonna get. Oh my God, he's gonna get in a crash. Please, let me. Oh my God, Justin just got pulled over. Justin got pulled over.
Miami cops say he was clearly wasted, and while resisting arrest, he used profanities. Ignoring the usual rule to say nothing when arrested, Bieber is said to have admitted to a list of punishable crimes.
During the investigation, Mr. Bieber made statements that he had consumed some alcohol and that he had been smoking marijuana and consumed some prescription medication.
Upon his release from jail, amid the screams of "We love you, Justin," an unfazed Bieber climbed on top of an SUV to greet his fans. Even if their once wholesome Christian teen idol has turned bad boy, fans are still supporting him.
I know he did a mistake, but everybody makes mistakes.
But some parents were disgusted.
You're wasting your life, man. I got a message for him. Do something good.
This and a barrage of other legal predicaments prove stars can shoot to fame just as fast as they can spiral downward.
Have a rude awakening this time around and realize that his brand, his career, all of his fans will be affected by this arrest.
His arrest could also put him at risk of being deported or denied entry into the U.S. His attorneys are now fighting to keep him out of jail. Smart move. There's no telling how long this pretty face could last behind bars. Sonia Otero, TVB News.
At least 5 people were killed when a fire raged through a senior's home in the Canadian province of Quebec. With 30 people still missing, the death toll is expected to go up substantially as police sift through the ruins. Many of the missing were wheelchair-bound. With temperatures of -20 Celsius, equipment froze and firefighters' water was freezing almost on contact with the building. About 20 people were rescued from the home, which had only a partial sprinkler system.
And back locally, the Society of Jesus had previously planned to build a private liberal arts university at Queen's Hill in Fanling. But after the government decided to rezone the land for public housing, the society is now looking into purchasing a site on an abandoned island in Sai Kung. Rani Samtani reports.
3 years ago, the Education Bureau reserved a plot of land on Queen's Hill to build a private university. The Society of Jesus was one of the organizations that expressed interest in the project. However, the site was recently rezoned for residential use.
We're disappointed, though we are not totally surprised, because we have been hearing from different sources that the purpose of Queen's Hill may be changed. It means the commitment of the Hong Kong government on higher education, are they still remaining the same, or are they, we hope that they are not decreasing the interest or trying to veer away from higher education.
The society is now thinking about buying a plot of land on Yim Tin Tsai, a small offshore island in Sai Kung. It was once inhabited by villagers who lived on fishing and salt farming, but all the villagers moved away in the late 1980s. St. Joseph's Chapel is the only notable feature that remains on the abandoned island.
And about 80 to 90% of the villagers, they do think it's a good idea to have a university here, but we throw a lot of questions for them to think about it.
The society plans to build a university for up to 1,500 students. While the Education Bureau has projected a drop in the number of college students for the next several years, Father Chow says he's not worried about enrollment. He expects to enroll around 400 students in the first year. And he said the society will continue to explore the feasibility of other sites. The society's council will be meeting next month to discuss purchasing the plot in Yimtinzai. It is a 15-minute boat ride to Yimtinzai from Sai Kung Pier. Father Chow said if the school is to be built on the island, he hopes the Education Bureau will help to facilitate a regular ferry service for students. Rani Samtani, TVB News.
Public consultation on standard working hours will begin next week. It'll gauge the views of employers and employees, especially those involved in sectors that feature long working hours. Joao da Silva reports.
The Standard Working Hours Committee has been accused of dragging its feet over what's described as delaying tactics by the business sector. But at its fifth meeting today, it finally approved a timetable for public consultation.
Well, the main issue of the first round, if I could use that word, of consultation is to collect widely collect views from diverse groups of people, from the general public, from the employers and the employees.
That's due to start next Tuesday. The government's Committee on Standard Working Hours will hold 3 consultation sessions with employers' associations and labour groups. And from April to June, the committee will meet with other groups such as those from the catering and retail industries and the community at large. It wants to come up with a report on the economic feasibility of statutory working hours and the impact on salaries.
It's only after when we collect all the views, watch it, then we can have some general idea how to move forward. So it will be very difficult for me now to say the future timetable.
Meanwhile, the Census and Statistics Department has conducted a survey among different industries on the relationship between wages and working hours. It is expected to report the results to the Standard Working Hours Committee in March. Joao da Silva, TVB News.
All right, Chris, over to you for the latest in tennis.
Yeah, getting down to it, down under. And in Melbourne, Rafael Nadal defeated Roger Federer to advance to the Australian Open men's final. This matchup was competitive, but far from one of their classics. Nadal won the opening set in a tiebreaker 7-6, then took the next 2 sets 6-3 and 6-3. Nadal will play another Swiss, Dan Wawrinka, in Sunday's championship. Tiger Woods fired an even par 72 at the PGA Tour event in San Diego. The world number 1 is playing in his first tournament of the new season. Here's Jameson Wong.
Not what many people were expecting from Tiger Woods in his season debut at a course he loves, Torrey Pines, where he's won 8 times in his career. Woods with an even par 72 on the South course. Rival Phil Mickelson played his first round on the easier North course. Lefty carded a 369. However, he may have to withdraw due to a back issue. Tiger now on his so-so start.
Even par right now is probably put me maybe probably about 1 or 2 shots under par on the South course, above below the average, and I think probably over the North course the average is probably about 3 under par or so, somewhere around there. So I think it's got to be playing at right around 3 shots easier. So I'm gonna have to go out there and get it a little bit tomorrow to not be so far behind come Saturday or Sunday.
Stewart Cink leads at 8 under after a 64 on the friendlier of the 2 courses. The 40-year-old leads by 1 over fellow American Gary Woodland. Shot of the day from another Stewart, Stuart Appleby, who holes out from the fairway. Jameson Wong, TVB News.
To basketball, and normally this would be a must-see matchup in the NBA, Miami versus LA, but injuries have ravaged the Lakers. And the Heat have their own issues, with critics questioning their effort in the regular season. Chris Bosh led Miami with 31 points. LeBron James added 27 points and 13 boards. The Lakers, who are still waiting for Kobe Bryant's return, got 22 points each from Jody Meeks and Pau Gasol. Final score, the Heat 109, the Lakers 102. The Lakers have lost 14 of their last 17 games.
And finally tonight, the Lunar New Year is just a week away, but one of its prettiest traditions, peach blossoms, might not be blooming in time. No thanks to the prolonged co-spell. But not to worry, if you can't find luck and love, you can still ask for your fortune at the Wong Tai Sin Temple. They're supposed to bring people luck and love. And a lot of people would quite like that. So this nursery in Yunlong planted more than 800 peach blossoms to meet demand this year. In the sea of trees, there are plenty of buds, but most of them haven't started blooming yet. And the nursery's owner says they're probably not going to do so in time for the Lunar New Year. It's been cold for too long. Even the world's most experienced gardeners can't change nature. He said on top of that, rising costs in fertilizer and wages means the peach blossoms will be 20% more expensive this year. Or you could ask for your fortune at the Wong Tai Sin Temple. As it's tradition for some people to fight for the first spot in the temple, it will be open overnight on the last day of the lunar calendar for people to pray for good luck. Last year, visitor numbers hit 1.1 million during the Lunar New Year period. This year, the temple will extend its opening hours for about 2 weeks, from the first day of the Year of the Horse next Friday. The 15th day of the Lunar New Year is also known as the Lantern Festival, which celebrates relationships under the year's first full moon. It just so happens this year that this romantic Chinese festival coincides with Valentine's Day on February 14th, so the temple is organizing a special event. It will tie red string on 100 couples in front of the moon god statue to symbolize an everlasting love. There's plenty of fun times for Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
That's the news for tonight. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Good evening. It was sunny and fine today. At 5 p.m., an easterly airstream was affecting the coastal areas of Guangdong. And today's temperatures ranged from 12.9 to 18.5 degrees, and the relative humidity was between 65 to 85%. The current temperature is now standing at 16.2 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 82%. So, Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? Mainly cloudy with sunny periods tomorrow. Temperatures will range from 16 to 20 degrees. Expect sunny periods in the following few days. Tomorrow morning's air quality health index will range from low to moderate, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 5. And now to the latest global weather update. Cloudy in Shanghai and Xiamen, sunny in Taipei. Cloudy in Guangzhou and Chengdu, foggy in Macau. Cloudy in Beijing, rain in Seoul, sunny in Tokyo. Foggy in Bangkok, bright in Ho Chi Minh City, sunny in Manila. Showers in Kuala Lumpur, windy in Singapore, rain in Jakarta. Foggy in New Delhi, bright in Karachi and Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo, bright in Nairobi. Rain in Brisbane, showers in Sydney and Melbourne, sunny in Auckland. Cloudy in Toronto, snow in New York. Foggy in Vancouver, sunny in San Francisco, bright in Los Angeles. And it's cloudy in London, Frankfurt, and Zurich, rain in Paris and Amsterdam. And that's the weather. Have a great weekend.